Yeah,
There we go.
Ahoy everyone and welcome aboard. I'll be your captain today, along with...
Please to mighty Lieutenant Drakir at your service, along with...
Dervin Lord, the Orcish Armorer.
And together we are the mighty two greens.
What the fuck?
Anyway, as these two green Power Rangers go at it, welcome back to Aragami 2, where things have been progressing, and not always in a good way.
Of course.
He just compares us to Power Rangers?
I didn't catch that right to know.
I don't know if I should be complimented or offended.
Also, hello Aurora, hope you're doing well.
Hello, Aurora. Oh, it's my turn here. Use this time to train your body. The army will bring calm to your mind. Wait, what? Sleep, oblivion, insanity. Death. How many doors shall you go through to endure the pain? I think I've been almost slightly changing his voice each time.
Could be. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I was saving up for this skill. Let's see. Aurora, I'm sleepy, but otherwise fine. Okay, that's good. But yeah, Sumaira's mother has gone into the Cave of No Return since, well, she was bloody losing it. So, yeah. She's currently as good as orphaned. Especially how deep that pit was.
Also, I feel
Some
like
people we can talk to.
Yeah, I feel many of the people I know online and real life has been tired of late.
Sun Tzu's death is a terrible loss. I fear our village is going to fade away. Even if we manage to stop Akatsuchi now, the valley will be unprotected when we are gone. What shall we do?
Find a new way.
Oh yeah, Aurora brought something up that we talked about some days ago, me and her. But you may find interesting here.
Oh?
It's up in the chat.
Alright, let's see. Also wanted to say that I realized during one of the cutscenes when I turned the volume up, they're actually speaking Japanese but with weird pronunciation. Okay, yeah, I'm of course no expert in English linguistics or even how this language sounds, but yeah, it's at the very least sound Japanese. If they're actually speaking it with just odd pronunciation, that would be curious. Dead?
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh. Honor in death is only for the living. The fate that awaits you is more dire.
Look at the wall.
Has he been painting that? Also, I see his his roommate's dead Greg is keeping him company still.
Even you using the name Greg now?
What in one of the Muppet movies, the one where they did the pirate stuff? What was?
Oh, that's Dead Bill.
Dead Bob or Dead Bill?
I think it was Dead Bill. No, you suppose you said Bob? No, I'm sure. I think it's Dead Bill. Living Bill, Half Dead Bill, and Dead Bill.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look at the clip. When I was young, I did not like the Muppets, with the exception of that one.
Yeah, I didn't care for the Muppets really at all, so...
Yeah, I've grown to like them more and more over as I grown up, because I get the humor now a bit better.
Yeah. People often think because it's puppets, it must be kids stuff and such, and there are probably some jokes that work for kids, but most of the time it is definitely meant for at least older teens to adults.
Yeah. I think Dury may like them if he gives them a chance.
Yeah, it's basically like thinking Sausage Party is a movie for kids just because it's 3D animated, which it is very, very, very much not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. That's one movie that I decided right away I'm not watching.
Yeah.
That one, I just heard a little clip of it. I just felt like, nope, too much.
I've always searched for tranquility, but I feel a heavy and suffocating silence that will end up burying us all. As a sailboat with no wind, we are at risk of being trapped forever. What does the future hold?
Yeah.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Yeah. We'll only know it when we get there.
I should lower my voice, but I think I was getting a bit loud. It's hard to guess how loud I am with headphones on, since, you know, you
Yeah,
hear
I get that
yourself
feeling.
differently when you have headphones on.
And
Yeah, it kind of seems like you gotta find the natural point to hit at which you feel normal volume.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing these are the masks of the ones who have lost themselves. I'm still fully expecting it will end up going in there sooner or later, and how the heck are we supposed to get all the way up there?
I notice all the masks look pretty generic. You don't really see any specific examples of anyone the character might know.
Here we go. And that's because the majority of people are just wearing more generic masks. Who found me? My mother thought she was a burden. She didn't want me to worry about her. She wanted me to live my own life. She even gave me an origami book as a distraction. You probably had something to do with that. You have always looked after me. At first I thought she was improving, but I soon knew it was an illusion. She struggled for so long to find me again. And when she finally did, she felt at peace. She knew the time we had together was a gift. That is why I wouldn't leave her side. I wanted to be able to say goodbye to her, knowing I was by her side, but I kind of talked over that, but that did sound like sayonara, which I believe is one of the ways that you can say goodbye in Japanese.
Yep, I believe so.
I hope you get what I mean. She was never a burden. A mother's love never is. You know what? I know you're carrying the future of the Aragami on your shoulders. To protect us might be your duty, but you aren't responsible for our future. What is that hanging from your neck? Chimera takes the pendants Lady Miyoshi gave you. Another burden. I feel an immense sadness emanating from the pendant. Hold on. I think I've learned something about origami. She folds two small sacred boundary markers. You protect us all. She ties them to the pendant, to each side of the crystallized soul. Yeah, that's also something we learned. There is something else in the essence ore as well. But I'll protect you.
Oh, that's
Okay.
kind of new with those little pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah, that.
I like it. A bit grammatical error, but still very nice.
Yeah.
A little place away from everything.
It was a nice touch. I kind of wonder why they weren't doing it to begin with, though.
Alright, yeah, sayonara is farewell, not hello or anything. I'm,
Wait, you would've
now I'm
said
getting
hello.
confused on what it
How do you say goodbye earlier?
I
And now I'm
guess I
breaking
did.
grammar.
Yeah. Okay, protection seal 1 and 2. Like I said early on in the game, it is this game is extremely different from the first one, and it did start off rather weak with the story and all, but I think that was mostly to get people to be able to ease themselves into the new gameplay. Though they did go a bit long with that, I'll say. But the writing is very good at the moment.
Huh.
To perform the protection ritual for Kakuriga village, Lady Miyoshi needs an essential oil. Oh, right, we're going to rob an LM. Extracted from elite soldiers Katsuchi has deployed. Wait, extract? Are we going to run up them and shove a giant needle up their ass?
Thank you for that, especially considering what I have been watching of late.
Elite soldier. Elite close combat units can perform unstoppable attacks with great frequency. Oh, they're even worse than the fanatics. Okay, how do I identify these jackasses? We've got some normal grunts here. We've got a warden.
They are elite soldiers after all.
I think I see them. It's the ones with the freaking half moon on their forehead.
Yep.
There's a fanatic.
For people wondering what I've been watching, I watched some people, a video was called You Can Feel Pain by Watching It, and yeah, so two of those sheep barstool chairs breaking and look like someone would have gotten a probably a nasty stab up the rear from what's inside those sheep or barstools. It's basically a giant screw that's supposed to attach the seat. They just broken through it.
There we go. This one will wake up.
So yeah, people, you wanna buy one of those weird bar stools with just one leg? Don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Plus they're bad for your back as well.
Yeah, and if they do break, there's only one way that spike will go.
Oh, yep. Let's not have that picture in my head.
Yeah, I just saw the broken stool with the thing poking out of it quite far up. And yeah, my brain filled in the gaps instantly.
Yeah.
There.
And let's see, from Aurora, that snort. Yeah, I thought I heard a snort.
Yeah, that was me.
Well, you do often have depictions of orcs with pig snouts, so I guess you're close to that you want to admit.
Unintentionally, but yep.
I was just to say maybe Derby has a pet pig, but you went all in there and hit me, Captain. Just.
Oh,
Hello and goodbye. Okay, so yeah, these guys look like your more typical samurai and such.
Yeah.
I still find those giant hats hilarious in a way. It reminds me of one of the Mortal Kombat characters. I forget their name.
Raiden?
Not Raiden, actually.
Sub-Zero?
No, the one who actually fights with the hat with a bladed ring on it. Kung Lao, yeah.
Alright. I didn't know. I know some Mortal Kombat characters. I played some of the games. I don't own them though.
The only
I don't
game
think
I've
I've
actually
ever played any
that
of them.
Yeah, the only game I've played that even has Mortal Kombat characters in it is Injustice 2.
Damn it.
Okay.
Up there. Okay, got him just before that. Okay.
New paint job to the bricks.
I probably should try to be a bit more, well, not careful, but merciful, except for the fanatics who will just wake the hell back up again. And specific kill targets, just in case the game is sort of trying to keep track of a morality system that it's not being fully clear about. Which again, can be seen as a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. From Aurora, I played MK2 on some 8-bit console with the other kids. Totally kid-friendly game, eh? Wait, Canadian? Yes, I am. Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Wait. Now I suddenly feel suspect Derby might be youngest here now.
Well, I don't really know the captain's age, so.
Almost same age as me.
Oh, yes, I'm the young guy here.
Well, orcs do tend to not live too long in most games and such.
You're really going in on that. Almost a full face, but I did say that anyway.
Which would be rather fitting for an orc to go in full fist. I'll take a wow.
You listen here, you mother. Yeah, I'm with Aurora on this one now that I've seen her little chat message. I'd rather be the Sylvari too.
The Sylvari are nice, even if you boil down to it. Maybe I'm overboiling it down, or distilling it, I guess you could say. On a bit of thought, I think they are sort of like a Guild Wars version of elves, only instead of old, they are young.
Yep.
Yeah,
And because of that, it makes me curious.
Yeah, they can mix
Rather
them
than being
with
ancient,
fairies,
they're like-
elves, and whatnot, and dryads and whatnot and such, but they are very pleasant roleplayers, but they're also tricky for that many things people forget about, like, they don't dream like normal people, especially when they sleep.
Yeah.
This is something many people forget.
Yeah.
And people even forget they have golden sap, not red blood, like, some things like that.
Yeah, actually, I remember reading some other stuff that's also like they don't actually have internal organs. They just have bodily functions that serve a similar purpose.
Yeah, like, it's not organs as we used to, more things that mimics the organs, I guess you could say.
Now we just got the dumb idea of trying to describe Sylvari as just giant cells. like they're giant freaking amoebas. I really should get back to playing Guild Wars 2 again sometime.
I do it now and then, but only for roleplay, like, I don't really have motivation to do the story and all that since, well, yeah.
Yeah, I will say that the story has been interesting at times. Secrets of the Obscure was kind of meh.
Damn it.
Yeah. Had I been in a active guild and all that, and actively role-playing, then I would probably roll down the story and all that. But
Yeah,
I've been going in and out of guilds so many times that I kinda got tired of that, and now, yeah. Only have it installed to roleplay with Derby and others on occasion.
yeah.
I probably should update it even for that then. Also, this is actually a perfect little moment because all of them pissed off except for this guy. Also, ring the bell. There we go, and may as well ditch his corpse off a cliff. Okay, and now we just need to get out of here. Let's see. Aurora, yeah, totally elves. Elves are weird in D&D. I mean, Sylvari have to have some kind of organs. Like, if they talk, they need lungs. If they have lungs and ribs for stability, then and they have to have a sphincter, etc. Okay.
Yep.
Didn't expect to go from that to that, but I guess it works. Okay. But yeah, from what I've heard, most of the expansions have been good, except for the one with the Forgotten or Obscure.
Yeah, Janthi here, Wilds was definitely alright. It still kind of continues off that one though a little bit.
And yeah, there's also been the free area expansions and such. Not really expansion, more updates and such. Let's see. Aurora doesn't like the Jantier wilds, apparently. Okay. The needs an essential oil, still from the temple. Okay. But it has homesteads, so yeah. To be honest, how old is the game by now? Over 10 years or so? To add player housing after a decade? That is a bit late.
Yeah, it's like 12 years or something now, I think.
It came out 2012 in August, if I remember right. So.
Oh, so.
Yeah, that is about.
Knock, knock.
Yeah, what would you make it? 13 years or something?
13.
About
Or was it
Pretty close.
September?
12 and a half
Alright.
more, but still. Drink.
Yeah, are you around the first Halloween?
I got into it like around a year after it had actually launched, so.
I actually got into the early access, or the early launch.
I remember seeing videos on that. The early system looked kind of weird.
I think I've said this before, but I'm still a little bit disappointed that it didn't go with the all classes can use all armor and such. But yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they changed the trade system a lot, but they finally then got it just right. They haven't changed it since. Like they always kept improving and fixing, and then once they found out what that actually works, they stuck to it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've never really experimented much myself with this. Such, I typically looked up more builds and such. Since I don't have the intelligence or time to theory craft with stuff like that.
Okay, in that way, they haven't changed much. It's more of the layout and how it works.
Yeah.
Like for a while, you had to pay in-game coin and such to unlock them, and now it's free again. They've been back and forth with that even.
Okay, so after a set amount of time, you can't use your double jump.
Oh.
Okay, lesson learned. Just like these guys have not learned how to, well, watch their bloody backs.
Or in this case, beside them.
Okay. Oh, but yeah, completely. Come on, I wasn't within range of that. Completely missed that. There's one over here. Also, getting takeout service. As in, I'm serving this guy. Okay. And they lost me already. Okay.
Is he gonna come over?
Okay, for a second I thought that guy told the other one, but no, he just spotted the other idiot that was knocked out. And he's the only one who thinks to wake him up. Okay, there's just something fun about bullying someone like that by repeatedly knocking them the hell out.
Oh god. But yeah, I will give it to an MMO in general. Since I got as less active with it, since I made recently less active, along with streaming, and I don't have too much interest in MMO again. I will roleplay on it with the friends, but that's it. I'm not gonna care to do all the new expansions or anything like that, since I don't feel like I had motivation and time for it, especially with streaming.
Oh, like for doing Guild Wars content. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been getting into doing the legendary armor just like since I keep playing. Might as well do that to reduce the transmutations for armor.
Yeah. I will give us to one thing that also keeps me to have installed. no subscription.
Yeah.
So I can jump back on it whenever.
And I don't have any healing items. Okay.
The no subscription fee is the main reason I stick around to Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
What did you say?
It's also why I got into the first Guild Wars. Hello there.
Not the subscription model is horrible, but it does have a nasty effect of making you feel forced to play.
Yeah. What's
What?
this?
Oh.
Turquoise. Or turquoise?
I
think
mistook that
so.
for something else.
What did you mistake it for?
A sleeping bag.
Also, completely missed this guy.
I think I missed you too.
Yeah, he was wandering around completely clueless of you.
Okay, there's more of that
I saw-
stuff down there. Any open windows? Or just goes through the open door?
But yeah, some games I can be fine with subscriptions when they're done it well. However, from what I heard what Warcross does,
Which,
they just went worse. Like they have subscription and some kind of cash shop now as well, if I remember
Yep.
right. Just
World
no.
Warcraft?
Yeah. Like
Eh.
I say this: either you take subscription or cash shop, not both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in some MMOs that allow you to play freely. However, you basically need to pay subscription to be allowed to have more characters and more things along with to be allowed to use the cash shop. It's as I think I said this in some more stream. It's as stupid as the idea of if you want to go to the grocery store, but you're not allowed to enter it unless you pay a subscription fee
Yeah.
to enter a grocery store. You hear yourself how stupid that is.
That's kind of like what freaking Costco is like, I believe.
Wait, what?
You have to have a membership card to get into Costco, which you got to pay for.
Wait, what? They actually...
I believe that's the case. I think it's been the case for a while for Costco.
And
You
there
need a
are
membership-
there are some of those larger store. The what is the word for it? Basically, the big, not the big brand. That is places where restaurants and such can go buy their stuff in bulk and such. Bulk sale maybe. Those you need cards to get into and such. There is one in the area around here. Though I don't know if the card is something that needs to be bought or can be applied for.
Oh yeah.
As far as I understand, we don't have anything like that in Sweden. We have obviously like membership cards that you can use to get something cheaper,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Where is the last of these things? I'm not seeing the typical there.
The only thing I can think of you may pay for membership is like a gym card.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it.
Yeah, there are some a bit back on the cash up stuff. There are some things where it's a bit more understandable, where it's cosmetics only and such. Because I believe Final Fantasy XIV has that, but they also... One thing that annoys me with Final Fantasy XIV is you can play the base game, and as of right now about, I believe, the first expansion completely for free. And you can... it does limit stuff like characters and how much money you can at a time hold, I think.
Yeah.
And other stuff. But once you do buy one of those subscriptions, when it runs out, you don't reset to the limitations of the free accounts. You have to subscribe, get it by another subscription, which typically comes in like 1 or 2 months or so, to be able to even play on that account again.
Oh.
And that's one reason why I don't play it.
Okay, first I was